my channel. If you're new here, hey. If not, hey girl, hey boy, hey, welcome back. It's your girl Shay. So today I am a little bit in, well, how much time I got? I got a little bit of time. So I know we do a whole lot of little get ready with me, but this is gonna be a story time, okay? Let me go ahead and get my tools set up that we're doing today, and we will be right back. Okay, so got my little tools together. As we sit down for the tea, how y'all doing? Y'all doing good? That's good to hear. So y'all, I quit my job. I quit my job. I just couldn't do it no more. Okay. For background, for those who didn't know, I was working in as a social worker. And let's just kind of like leave it at that. And when I moved to Georgia, I took a job doing similar work where I was doing in South Carolina, just to change the scenery, just change the pace, can't talk. And just something, you know, I thought would be new, thought it'd be different. But I thought I was gonna be doing the same type of work that I was doing, the same job title that I was doing where I was at. To my surprise, I would not be doing the same thing. I should have known when I first got here, when the agency basically coerced me. I was told during my interview that I was going to be doing the same job title that I was doing when I was in South Carolina. So I was like, all right, cool, you know, it'd be a good little transition, very easy, whatever. And then also they told me, you know, very smooth transition. You don't really have to worry about anything. And I was like, all right, cool, bet, you know. However, that in itself was not the case. Let me try to push my hair back a little bit more. That was not the case. When I got here, they told me that I was going to be doing a whole different job than the job I was originally supposed to be doing. And I was like, that's not what you told me. But I was like, all right, cool, you know. I already moved to Atlanta for the job and had already left my other job. So there was literally no turning back. So I only found out that my job title had changed by going to training. So like I said, I already moved, try to make the best of the situation. We just gonna do what it do, baby, whatever. So then continuously in my training, I then learned that I had to use my own personal car for job related duties, which is also something that I was not told in the beginning. I was under the impression that, you know, to do my job duties, we'll have a state car, just as I did when I was in South Carolina to do the job duties. And I did not. Yeah, I know I look crazy right now, but I need like a full coverage because I got like acne going on over here. Cover it up so you really can't see it. But yeah. But anyway, so I was told I would have a car. Found out, yeah, there's no state cars. We're not able to, or there's no company cars, and we're not able to provide you, because I worked for the state. I don't currently work for the state anymore because I'm unemployed. But yeah, so they were like, oh, because of COVID, we're not able, my top lip looks wild. We're not able to provide you guys with company cars. Do. Things starting to get a little fishy. You feel me? So at that point, I probably should have just been like, you know what? I'm gonna leave. And to be honest, from the time I finished my little training or whatever, I was applying for jobs, but job market was pretty bad. Nobody was hiring for real. I don't want to put it anywhere there. Nobody was hiring for real, so I was like, dang, boom, I'm stuck. So I try to make the best of that situation. I move areas in my job to try to at least try to get a little bit more comfortable with my job, and it didn't work. It just continuously got worse. And it wasn't really the people I was working with, it was more or less the people I was working for, like the organization I was working for. The organization I was working for is very disorganized. That's a whole lot of foundation on the side of my face, but we're gonna do what it do. Very disorganized, so it made situations even worse. And it was literally the lack of work-life balance that really started to do it for me. For those who don't know, I am in school, so I am currently in school getting my master's degree. I look wild, bro. But currently in school getting my master's degree, which requires a lot of time outside of work. So I didn't have like the time that I used to have, I didn't have anymore, because it was just like they started like micromanaging the things that we did. Even though I work from home, there would be situations where I really got to clean up my lip because I look like a who or something. We will have to work after hours. We have to work, we're required to work more hours than what we were originally signed up for. And honestly, at some point, you really gotta, at some point, it's just enough is enough, right? Enough is literally enough. And it's just like, I couldn't continue to spread myself thin. I couldn't continue to, do the things that I do. And being a social worker is really, really hard. It's hard on you mentally, because it's kind of like you get transference, like you get secondhand trauma about the stuff that your people are experiencing, the people that you're assisting, your clients are experiencing. So you're constantly in a situation where you're pouring into other people who work in social work, people who work in human services, people who work as nurses. I'm pretty sure if you're watching this, then you know how much work it is to continue to pour into other people and how much that really takes from you. And I understood that going into the job. I really understood how and what it looks like when you are a social worker. I understood the life. I understood what it came with. But what I didn't understand what came with is just the lack of professionalism and the lack of a work-life balance. Mind you, I've been working in this field for probably 4 years, if not a little bit more. So with certain things you kind of just get used to, but working from home, my old job when I worked in South Carolina, we had an office. It wasn't COVID yet. COVID had just started, so there wasn't really a big idea of like what was going on. So when I worked in South Carolina, when we get off work, we would leave our phones, we would leave our computers, we would leave any and everything that had to do with work at work. So when it came to when I was forced to work from home, granted there's good things from work from home, but it's also the bad things. I feel like a lot of people, glorify work from home. They glorify the, being able to work out of your house, being on a schedule, blase, blase. But they also forget to talk about how when you work from home, your home becomes literally an office. I could say for me, working from home, especially with the company that I was working for, it just, y'all, just before y'all say anything, I got a tiny little concealer. This is the only concealer that I had in my color, and I needed it bad. But yeah, so people glorify the work from home aspect of, oh, I'm at home, I don't have to go nowhere, I don't have to do this, I don't have to be in traffic. That's cool and all, but like I said, your house is your office. I feel like that even created more of a work-life balance issue, because I would have people literally message me, email me, call me all hours of the night, like, because I work from home. Like, they will call me or try to keep me on the phone, try to keep me working until like 7, 8, 9 p.m. when in reality I got off work at 5. And then when you try to set that boundary, oh, now it's an issue. Now it's, oh, sometimes you're gonna have to work late. And I don't have a problem with working late sometimes. I have a problem when it becomes working late all of the time. Oh, this thing must be broken. It is. Working late all of the time. I find myself working from 8 a.m. until 6:30, 7 at night. And then immediately going into doing homework, schoolwork. And it's just like, over time, it just really like drains your mental ability. Like, it really just, the lack of people just being respectful your actual time is mind-boggling me. Like, people really didn't care. People really didn't care if I had something to do at 5:30. They didn't care about anything I had to do outside of work. They expected me to put other people before my actual own needs. And honey, I got tired of it, honestly. And then it became less about the actual work of what we're doing, of what I was doing. And it came more of a idea of politics. Like, you're not caring about the well-being of people anymore. You're not caring about the well-being of your clients, the well-being of the people that you serve, community that you serve. It's more about numbers. Because you want numbers to look good, then that's a problem. And then the whole management issue, that's a whole separate topic that I think is more of a relatable topic when it comes to the reason that I quit, and the reason why a whole lot of like millennials are quitting their jobs during the Great Resignation is because we are working under people who just don't take days off, who, like, our supervision, our leadership, whoever that you call them wherever you work, those are the people who just work. You need to be working. Like, you should be happy that you have this. You should be happy that you have a job. And instead of, treating you like a person, they're more or less treating you as you're disposable. And the thing is, you can find new workers. You can definitely find new workers. I do not disagree with that aspect. You can find someone who's going to do the work. You can find someone who, is going to be there for a paycheck. But at the end of the day, is those people don't stay. At my job, people were quitting out of training. I'm talking about fresh out of training, and they leaving. And it's just like, as an agency, they didn't sit back and try to realize, like, why are these people quitting? Why are these people blase? And one of the biggest things is that we're doing all this work, but the amount of work that we have does not equal the amount of pay that we're getting. And a lot of people are like, oh, if you're going to be entering, social work, you're going to be entering, the human service field, then, pay shouldn't really be a thing. I don't know who said that, but that's not how that works. Like, the love for something don't pay my bills. The love for my job don't pay my bills. And the thing is, like, Georgia is one of the states that pay, if you're not in like big tech, they don't pay any money. Like, you are literally scraping the bottom barrel, because there's people who are working factory hard jobs who are getting paid like $18 an hour. But our lives really can't run without them. Like, we have, you know, social workers getting paid $20 an hour. And the thing is that anywhere else in Georgia, $20 an hour probably is a good pay rate. But in Atlanta, the city of Atlanta, rent itself is like, for a 1-bedroom apartment in the city of Atlanta is no lower than $1,400-$1,500. So they're paying people the scrapes, bottom of the barrel. These people can't even afford to live. Granted, you know, I'm thankful that I do have, you know, other income, that I don't really have to completely rely on my job. But it's just the idea that not everybody has that ability. Not everyone that I work with have the ability to focus on, to have other streams of income. So it's very, very sad that, you know, you work so hard, you dedicate your time, you dedicate overtime to people in their lives for your employer to pay you $12 an hour, $13 an hour, $14, $20, whatever it is. And you just be sitting there looking like, my work and my bills aren't adding up. And also at my job, we didn't get overtime directly. We got something that they call compensatory time, so like comp time. So you get to use that time to as leave. But leave don't pay my bills if I can't even take the time to leave, right? Hear me out. If I don't have the time to leave or the ability to leave because I can't afford to go on vacation because you don't pay me enough money to be able to afford to go on vacation, then you basically just like stealing, bro. You making me work twice as hard for comp time. Granted, you do get that compensatory time when you leave the job, but I have to leave my job to get paid the hours I work. If that sounds fishy, it's because it is. It's because it is. That's not fair. That's really not fair to have to basically slave for hours to only get compensatory time. Like you slave during the week. It really kind of feels like slavery. It really feels like a slap in the face in most cases, because you are dedicating your time to an agency. You're literally pouring yourself into this agency. You're not just yourself, but you're like pouring your time. You're literally pouring your time. You have very little free time just to be paid when you leave, or just to be given extra leave. That's not right. Nothing about that situation seems fair. Nothing about the situation is fair. That needs to be changed. It really, really needs to be changed. And then it's just like they treat you like, I'm not saying this is what my agency did in general, but you know, when places are short staffed, they treat you like, you know, they treat you like, you know, that they're not short staffed. And by that, I mean, like, they treat you like they just have people lined up to work. They be treating their workers bad when people don't even want to work here. Like I said, this isn't just for where I work. This is just all over. There's a lot of companies treating their workers that they still have left terrible, but then going to put signs up outside. They're like, especially like drive-thrus, oh, be kind to those who showed up. But you're not being kind to those who showed up. You're not being kind to the people who are going out of their way for a job or you're threatening them if they don't come in. How is that appreciating your workers? Maybe I'm not very clear on what it means to appreciate something. And maybe I may need a little bit more clarification when it comes on appreciating something. But that doesn't sound like someone who is being appreciative of the people who showed up. Kind of sounds like the exact opposite. You know? And it's just like, there's no shade to the type of work that I do, or type of work that I did. I thoroughly enjoyed the type of work that I have done, and the work that, you know, I will do in the future, even if I don't ever go back to social work. Excuse me. I just feel like there needs to be some type of like reform in how social work is being done. Because right now, it's currently not working. It's not working in the way that they thought it would. America's not working in the way it thought it would. Like, it's just not it anymore. Like, it's just, people are just not willing to sacrifice their lives for companies who don't even care if you have COVID, or don't even care if you get sick, or a coworker has, not coworker, but like someone in your general area has COVID, and you contact COVID or be exposed to COVID. They don't care about that. They want you to come into the office. They want you to sit there, even if you have no reason to be in the office. They still want you to be there. That doesn't make any sense. Granted, like I said, the work-life balance issue is a continuous issue with a lot of agencies, but it's also like there's no concern for workers' health. There's no concerns for workers' well-being. They just don't care about you. They don't care about you. The workforce has really shown its care about people since COVID started. I remember when I was sick and I got COVID, I had to go back and forth with people in regards to being able to use leave, or like be able to be paid while I'm out, because it was just bad. And then I have not mentioned this on my channel. I think I kind of like talked about it briefly, or just slightly said something about it in my last video, but I ended up getting hurt while working. It was like, it's a twofold situation. It's a twofold situation. I don't really want to talk about it right now, because I got other situations brewing behind that. But I got hurt, and it's just like no one knew what to do, and that's when I found out that the job, because it was car related, so that's when I found out that the job that I work at, they don't even have insurance to cover us if something happens to us. And that's when I knew. I was like, yeah, y'all require us to use our own vehicles, but you don't cover us if something happens to us? Red flag. Yeah, no, absolutely not. I just feel like they're just trying to take all liability away from them, even if it's something that they require us to do as workers. And y'all, I don't know. It's ridiculous. And that's not on top of the clients. I'm not even gonna really speak on, you know, the client situation and how that kind of like really messes up your mental health. Ooh, I just dropped something. Or how that affects your actual overall mental health, because y'all, I could go on a rant about that actually, but I'm not gonna do that. Just to spare y'all. But yeah, so it's really just how the workforce just needs some type of reform, because the way that that's currently going now, it's not going to get very far. It's not going to last very long. There's going to be a crumble very, very soon. And the pandemic really showed employees how employers really feel about them. And it's really a shame. Yeah, y'all. If y'all ever need a sign to quit your job, quit that job. This is your sign right now, because you deserve more. Your mental health is worth more than what any job could ever provide you for. I'm not saying quit your job and not have no job lined up. Let's not do that. Let's quit our jobs and at least have something. Even if it's a little, part-time little gig where you still have some money coming in. But just don't quit altogether. Just don't quit and not have nothing lined up. That's not what I'm saying, okay? But I do want you guys to start prioritizing. I keep dropping stuff. Prioritizing yourself. Because that job don't care about you. That job feels like if you drop dead today, your position will be posted tomorrow. So be mindful of that when you are pouring your all, your last, your livelihood into something that don't even care about you. I need to do some mascara and put some clothes on, and then we'll wrap up. Okay guys, so I just want to go ahead and wrap this up. So the moral of the story is, if they don't appreciate you, find another job, because the other job will. But once again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for coming. Just a little Fenty lip gloss. Well, it's supposed to be a lip treatment, but it just has gloss. But that is all, guys. Hope you guys enjoy this video. I'll see you next time.